Welcome to Go, where stories become fuel for your growth. Today, we're diving into the incredible true story of a man you probably know, but a journey you might not. We'll be talking about Stephen King, the legendary author whose early life was a horror story of its own, filled with fear, rejection, and doubt. But he didn't just survive it. He turned all of that darkness into one of the most successful writing careers in history. Stick around, because this isn't just a story about a writer. It's a story about the power of pushing through your own fear. Stephen King's story doesn't start with fame and fortune. It starts with poverty and abandonment. His father walked out on the family when he was just 2 years old, leaving his mother to raise him and his brother all on her own. She worked multiple low-paying jobs just to keep them afloat. Growing up, Stephen found his escape in writing. In a tiny corner of their trailer home, he would pound away at a second-hand typewriter, creating worlds far from his own reality. But while he was writing stories, a much scarier narrative was playing out in his own mind. He was haunted by a deep, gnawing fear that he would never be good enough. He feared the constant rejection. He feared that his dream of being a writer was just that, a childish fantasy, not a real future. With hope in his heart, Stephen started sending his short stories out to magazines. And what did he get back? Rejection. One after another, the letters piled up. But instead of letting them discourage him, he did something unusual. By the time he was 14, he had collected so many rejection slips that he started hanging them on a nail in his bedroom wall. So, what did he do? He didn't stop submitting. He replaced the nail with a heavy-duty spike. Think about that for a moment. Most people would have given up long before the nail bent, but not Stephen. He kept writing. He kept submitting. He kept going, even when that voice of fear whispered, "You're just wasting your time." Fast forward to 1973. King, now married and working as a teacher, wrote a few chapters of a novel about a teenage girl with telekinetic powers. He read it back and hated it. He decided it was complete garbage and, in a moment of frustration, threw the manuscript straight into the trash. But that's not where the story ends. His wife, Tabitha, saw the crumpled pages in the bin. She fished them out, smoothed them, and read them. Then she went to her husband and said, "This is good. You have something here. Finish it." With her encouragement, he did. That book was Carrie Asterisk. It became Stephen King's first published novel and sold over 1 million copies in its first year alone. It was the breakthrough that changed his life and the world of literature forever. So, what's the real lesson here? Stephen King faced the exact same fears we all do. The fear of failure, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of being laughed at or dismissed. But here, that's the crucial part. He didn't wait for the fear to magically disappear before he took action. He wrote asterisk through asterisk it. As he famously said, "The scariest moment is always just before you start. After that, things can only get better." His journey teaches us a powerful truth. Greatness isn't born from unshakable confidence. It's born from courage to act, even when you're terrified. It's about taking that first step, and then the next one, and the one after that. So, if you're sitting there afraid to start something new, a project, a business, a conversation, remember Stephen King and his spike of rejection letters. He failed. He doubted himself. He almost threw his big break in the trash, but he kept going, and in doing so, he built an unshakable legacy. Thanks for watching this week's Real Story on Go. If this inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs that little push. Remember, your fear isn't a wall stopping you. It's a doorway inviting you to walk through. See you next time.